Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Redmen TV on this Saturday night. Hashtag Jota Saturday. Yes, Diogo Jota has completed a £41 million move to your mighty Reds, the champions of England, the champions of the world, the third signing of the summer, the second signing in 2 days. Diogo Jota becomes the fourth most expensive signing in Liverpool Football Club history. £41 million with a potential of another 4, taking up to 45 in add-ons related to performance, Champions League, etc., etc. Now, obviously, Liverpool will not be paying that £41 million up front, and that is why so much of this deal is so important to how Liverpool have structured things. What we do know as well is the Ki-Jana Hoever. This was announced slightly earlier in the day. He has gone the other way, in the other direction, £9 million with an additional 3.5 in add-on for the young Portuguese, not Portuguese, for the young Dutchman. You know what I meant. Yes, Ki-Jana Hoever has gone the other way, which is a mad one, a really mad one. I discussed this last night. I thought it was a strange situation that someone so talented is being allowed to go, but some of the mentionings around this has been that effectively Liverpool are getting this season right here, right now. Liverpool are getting more money for Hoover than they're actually paying for Jota. Now, of course, they're paying a much bigger sum over a longer period of time. But yeah, really interesting how Michael Edwards has decided to structure this one, and it feeds into the fact that Liverpool haven't got massive money, but they're prepared to get deals done if they feel deals can be done in the right way. Let's have a little words to see what's been happening around these. I've had a bite. I'm not meant to be here on a Saturday night. What's going on? The 23-year-old has signed a 5-year contract with the Premier League champions. As mentioned, £41 million that could rise to 45. He said it's just really exciting moments for me and my family. The move, apparently, according to BBC here, represents a net outlay of around 30 million for Liverpool, with Ki-Jana Hoever going the other way for 9 plus the 4.5 in add-ons. I apologise. Liverpool have also got a 15% sell-on clause for Hoever as well. So if they sell him on in future, Liverpool take 15% cut of that. I think we maybe wonder whether there'd be a buyback in there, but I think given how much money they've spent there on a unproven 18-year-old, I think it would have been taking the piss to ask for a buyback clause as well. But let me know your thoughts in the live comments alongside. Are you happy with Jota? Are you happy that Ki-Jana Hoever has gone out as well? I've got a couple of other bits and pieces here. Jurgen Klopp has been talking about it, and he was asked on the official Liverpool website, can you tell us why Diogo was someone you wanted to bring to Liverpool? He said, oh my God, plenty of reasons. He's a player who gives us so many options to use him. He's 23 years old, still far away from being kind of a finished article. So much potential. He has the speed. He can combine, can defend, can press. It makes it just more unpredictable and gives us real options for different systems because he can play pretty much all 3 positions up front in a 4-3-3. If we play with 4 midfielders, he can play both wings. So these kind of things, it's just nice. And he has some natural things which we have in our game, like his desire and the greed and the direction. I love that. He is part of this unbelievable Portuguese generation in the moment where they have really a lot of obviously quite skilled players. We saw the Portuguese team last time. It's quite impressive. So I'm really happy to have him here. Yes, absolutely magic. I mean, we've gone from a couple of days ago where, it looked like Liverpool weren't going to get any business done, particularly obviously not counting Costa Tsimikas, which you have to because we spent money on him and he's a first team player. But yeah, no additional business to Tsimikas, and then just very, very short, very quick turnaround. The Reds have brought in Thiago Alcantara, world-class centre midfielder for £20 million, and then they've gone and spent this. And what's really interesting, I mentioned this on the show yesterday, and Anfield Index has done some really good stuff on this, and Chris will be discussing this with Cy Brundish on a special tomorrow. He's going to be recording, looking at, statistically speaking, why Liverpool have made a move for this player and the striking similarities between him at this age and what Sadio Mane was at the same age as well. Liverpool looking to start start to plan, succession plan, we call it, starting to plan for the future, starting to build from a position of power, from a position of success, and make sure that they don't get caught flat-footed. Look at Barcelona. Look at what's happened to them. They're talking about having a fire sale. They're looking to keep a guy on, the best player of all time, for another season in Messi. But, a guy who's He's had his best days. They're having to have a massive rebuild, and that's what Liverpool are looking to avoid by making signings like Jota, like Minamino, of course, in January as well. Some really interesting sort of thoughts and stuff coming out the back of it. One that I liked very much in a tweet was about Timo Werner being forced off the pitch due to noisy Besiktas fans, and then it's followed up by a comment that Jota scored a historic hat-trick during their thrashing of Besiktas in the Europa League. I like stuff like that. Does it make us bitter? Probably does a little bit, but who cares? But he will wear the number 20 shirt for Liverpool as well, obviously taking that shirt over from Adam Lallana. So, yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. I will dive into some of the comments momentarily. We got a super chat here from Rabadam. Says, Roy Hodgson is a football genius. Yes, again, I was out eating and drinking with the family because it's all about to come to an end, that isn't it? And yes, I wasn't even able to watch the Man United game, but I did have a sneaky feeling that one of the teams that have got, who are, what is it, a top 7, top 8, top half at this point, was going to have an upsetting weekend this weekend. And Man United, Crystal Palace had all the hallmarks of that game. Yeah, they got Zaha, didn't they? Really? So yeah, good old Hodgy Hodge. Yeah, better in this game than he ever was as a Liverpool manager, certainly. Right, yeah, JJ here saying, let's all laugh at United. Come on, we're here for Diogo Jota. Ross is asking in the comments, rank Liverpool's window out of 10 so far, 10 being boss. I don't think it's a 10 just yet. I think if Liverpool were able to go in and get a senior ready-made out-the-box centre-half, I think that's as close to a 10 out of 10 transfer window as you're likely to get, because they've gone and identified all of the major, like, not weaknesses or flaws or what have you, but there's areas, there weren't many areas for improvement, and it's almost impossible to improve the first 11. Well, actually, in Thiago Alcantara they have, because the only question you really had was, could you add a little bit more quality to the midfield? And I think the answer was yes. And I think Naby Keita might prove to be that. Like, no, this is no disrespect. Jordan Henderson's phenomenal. Gini Wijnaldum, phenomenal. Fabinho, phenomenal. But no one in our midfield would you count as world class. Fabinho might yet be, and Keita might yet be, but yeah, Alcantara's definitely done that. And then, in addition to that, we've added support in areas where we were lacking it. We've got a backup left back, and we've got someone who can support and cover for Sadio Mane. That's hopefully a little bit better than Divock Origi. Let me know your thoughts. The rumours then is that Origi is set to move out. There's still no talk of whether Brewster will go permanently. It looks like might well be a loan still on the table if he was to go out there. Zero things on Xherdan Shaqiri where his future lies. But let's just say Liverpool were to let Origi go and let Brewster go in this summer, a front three, but backed up by Diogo Jota, Takumi Minamino, Xherdan Shaqiri, and let's say Harvey Elliott, plus then fringes of that would be a fit again Oxlade-Chamberlain, maybe a Curtis Jones. Does that do enough to whet your appetite for the season? Let me know. Now, Kabak is the other one we're being linked with, and you'll have to excuse me because I genuinely never heard of him until the first rumours broke last night, and I'm just going to quickly get the wording up on those rumours just so I'm not missing it out completely. Our good friend at Chris Williams, at Chris78 Williams, who's a Bundesliga journalist, brilliant fellow, was tweeting about him last night, and I'm just going to make sure that I get the actual phrasing up. But no, he's been tweeting about the Bundesliga all day, so it's going to take me 10 hours to get to it. But apparently, Liverpool have made inquiries to Schalke, I believe. Again, don't quote me. Oh, there we go. Chris Williams says, Schalke sources confirm Liverpool have contacted them about Ozan Kabak. The official line is the squad is settled and not for disruption. Now season is underway. He's privately been told, though, an offer of around 25 million euros could force a rethink. Look, sometimes apparently you get slaughtered on this channel for making comments about not knowing who players are or whatever, which is a bit mad, particularly when they're often tongue-in-cheek. I'm not going to sit here and profess to know anything about Kabak. So if you think he's the kind of target Liverpool will be going for, would you be happier to see Fabinho be Liverpool's fourth choice centre half? Yeah, let us know that in the comments. So yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, Sam Cat there saying, do we really need Kabak though? And that is a big question. You know, again, you've got one, the best centre back in the world football. You've got two really good partners for him in Matip and Gomez. And then if you have to use Fabinho, that's fine. And you've got two promising 17, 18-year-old kids in Sepp van den Berg and Cometio. So it is a big question indeed. So yeah, very, very interesting indeed. But yes, just to round up, Diogo Jota is a red. They got him saying what's happening in Scouts, which was, was okay. It's quite, yeah, I like it, to be honest. I don't like it as much as Thiago's, but that was just world class. How are we? Yes, so yeah, made up. Liverpool are absolutely flying. Are we now ready to not just defend, but as Jurgen Klopp said, attack the Premier League title this season, look to go for number 20. I've seen it mentioned, signing Jota as the final piece of the puzzle at number 20 to go and attack the title for the 20th time. Has a wonderful, wonderful symbolism to it. But yeah, that is it from me. I've literally dragged my entire family here to come in and do this show because Liverpool just taking the piss, just announcing players left, right, and centre for a laugh, for no other reason than just for a laugh and to make what is already the best side in England. And I think the joint best side in Europe and definitely the best side in the world because they've got a trophy to prove it, and throwing cash out where it's necessary to make it all the better as well. So yes, do drop a like on this video. Do go to the redmentv.com and sign up. The Thiago Alcantara reaction special is up there right now. If you need more chat about how amazing Thiago is and how he's going to be a wonderful signing for this wonderful football club, then go over there. Chris will be doing a special with Cy Brundish tomorrow on Diogo Jota. That will be there as well. So do subscribe to the website. It supports everything we do. And when that goes well, it means I get far less of a bollocking for dragging my wife and children into a studio at 8:10 to talk about Liverpool signings. Look, also, if you want to support them, we've got some Boss merchandise right now. Which side is best? There you go. The GTA-inspired Prem Champions. It will be underneath the YouTube video now. Go and have a little look at the merchandise. Have a little peruse. Some Boss stuff on there. And yeah, cheer yourself up. Get a big smile on your face. The Thiago t-shirt should be there as well. And yes, wonderful. Isn't life great? Liverpool are amazing. The signing players. They're the best team in the world. Man United are shit. Happy days. Good night.